Family. My name is Jay. This is my Diecast Creations channel, and it has been a very long time. Very long time. A couple months ago, I think I popped on for a live real quick, and maybe I might have done one shortly there before, but I have not been active, and you guys know why. You guys know why. Raising my kids, living life, trying to just make the best of every moment. Summertime has been busy. Even into the fall here, we've been actively doing stuff with the kids, and just living life, man, living life. So life is good. Life is good. Um, the South has treated us very well, and we're just living it up, man. Living it up. I'm gonna let a couple people get in here. I think I just seen some things pop up on the screen. Let me get my chat up on my computer real quick. Um, let's see if I can figure out how this thing works again. Let's see. I see Subi's in here. Dane Self, Bunker, Eddie. What's up, brother? Somebody else says it's 6 people. I don't got a show for y'all tonight, man. I got a couple little things I'm gonna show. You can see the cars over here. I bought a few here and there. Um, I haven't worked on nothing really. I finally got to my desk. Like our office, this is the office that I'm sitting in, and it's become the dump all. Like basically whenever there's something that we don't know where to put it and the kids are being hectic and there's no time for anything, just throw it in the office, right? So it's gotten to the point where the whole office is full of stuff and I couldn't even get to this desk. So the last couple days I took a couple minutes, after the kids are sleeping and stuff. It's always late night. I'm always out here late night, half asleep, trying to get stuff done. um Let me see if I can get this chat up. Can I get the chat up? GG's in the chat, baby. So I finally got to the desk, right? I got this cleared up. I plan on trying to get back to the creating side of this. The girls are 3.5 now, right? They're all over the map. They don't leave much time during the day to really even blink. But I wouldn't have it any other way, man. I love my kids, and they're way more important than the diecast thing, right? The cool thing about it is they love cars, and I think they get that from me. Every time we go to Wally World, they love Wally World, right? Every time we go to Wally World, they want another car. So that's just been passed down from me, I believe. Subi, Eddie, Dane, Miniature Mustangs is in the house. What's up, brother? Man, it's been so long. It's been so long. I feel so disconnected from the community. Because it got to the point where I turned all my notifications off because I didn't have any time, and my phone was going off left and right, and I just turned them off. I don't know. Sometimes other things are more important, right? But I got some. I mean, I can give you guys updates, I guess, on where life is at. Life is good. We've been traveling. We got the camper's situated now to the point where I could bring the golf cart with us and not have to struggle to get it in and out of the camper and stuff like that. We did a 2-inch drop on it. I had to chop the roof of the golf cart to fit it in the door. I should do a video on all this stuff. I don't know why I haven't. Honestly, I've thought about like recording, the things that I have going on, and it's just, I don't have time to edit and stuff. So it's tough, man. It's tough. And then I just get caught up in the moment because like whenever whenever I got time to, it's very hard to do stuff when you have twins, right? People, I don't know if this is just us or if, it's a common thing, but um, I can't just go outside during the day, with both girls, because if one of them runs one way and the other one runs the other way, what do, right? So it's very difficult living out here because we live in a very rural area. Um, and there's, our land isn't flat. So, and I feel like they're at the point now where I don't think they would just run away. But Rosalie's a little stubborn. She don't listen all the time. She thinks it's a game. Can't catch me. Can't catch me. Na 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 na. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Lily, she just likes to get into everything, and it's difficult. So me and her are always kind of on our toes, and whenever we go outside, both of us have to be out there because one's got one and one's got the other. And I guess that makes it a little bit more difficult when, like, I don't know, man. I don't have one kid, so I don't know what normal is with that, right? But I would assume that when you have one kid, you could just get up and go to the store, right? Like, you don't have to worry about getting the kid in and out of the car, or what the other one's gonna do, while you're doing that, or turning your back to them while they're in the cart, trying to get the other kid out, and then you got to worry about the world now and people rolling up in minivans and whatever. So, like, you know, maybe that's just me being paranoid and overprotective of my kids or whatever, but I don't go to the store by myself with the two girls, because um it's tough. And that's the same thing with Amanda. She doesn't do it either. So we do everything together, which makes life better. I feel like that makes life better, but it is a little more difficult than, if we had one child, right? But I'm over here rambling on. You guys are chatting it up over here. What do we got? Dane Self is in the house. Eddie, Mini Stangs. The 3.5 time goes by fast. Yeah, man, you're not lying, brother. It's a blink of an eye. I think I announced that we were gonna have kids. What, 3.5 plus 9 or plus 8 months? So over 4 years ago, and it's crazy, man. Time just flies, dude. We still here, brother. I appreciate you, man. I really do. And one of the reasons why I don't really even get to go on live as much is because, like, the girls, they don't go to sleep until late usually. They don't fall asleep between until like 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night sometimes, depending on the day that we're having. Which works out because they sleep later in the morning. And I'm not a morning person. Amanda gets up for work. She's got a couple hours of quiet time, and it just works out for us, right? This is what's worked. And maybe we'll switch it up here coming up as they get a little bit older. Um, but it's just what been working for us, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't gotten on here so often, because by the time they go to sleep, I'm shot. I might be able to wash the dishes and do whatever I got to do, and take a minute to watch some YouTube videos and stuff. Yeah, I've been watching Kill Tony, which is something that I just recently found out that it's been on for 13 years, and that's crazy because it's awesome. Um, Hold on, man. I hear something. Hold on. I'll be right back, y'all. It's weird. Maybe it's a neighbor or something. But I got cameras with the houses. The houses, I got it all cameraed up, so can't nobody pull a fast one over here. And if they do, they will regret it. That's for sure. Um, Arm to the teeth over here. I gotta actually. That's one of the reasons why I'm only gonna be on here for about an hour or so. Is I gotta be up at 7 a.m. to get over to Knoxville for the for a concealed carry class tomorrow. So that's 8.5 hours. What 8 to 5:30? It's actually 9.5 hours, right? Because they take an hour break. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be a long day. But I wanted to jump on here. The girls went to sleep. They actually fell asleep at like 10 o'clock, and I'm like, let me see if anybody's actually gonna be on here. So here we are. Jesse's Diecast Garage, Zach Attack in the house. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, baby. I'm here. I'm here for the moment. Not for a long time, but just for a good time, right? uh I didn't discover Breaking Bad till after it was all over. Love that show. I never really got into to that. You know what it is, man? I don't have time. So this has been a constant for like the last 10 years or so. I don't have time to sit down and watch TV, like I just don't. I got so much, even before the girls came along, I had so much going on, just sticking and moving, right? Um I just don't have time to sit and watch TV. So YouTube becomes the thing, right? It's so easy to just click a video and watch some and pick up on it later. And the Kill Tony thing, man, they've been killing me over there. Those guys are nuts. So yeah, you never know who's gonna be the next one up there embarrassing themselves or whatever. Um, it gives me some comic relief, I guess, at the end of the day, right? Um, Especially with all the things going on in the world, and you know, not gonna get into all that, but I hope everybody's good and staying safe and happy and healthy, and all your families are doing well. And um, we've been good, man. We've been doing so much stuff, and I'll have to make another update video out in the shop and show you guys what we got going on. But um, we've been traveling a lot. I've been traveling a lot, seeing the country a little bit. We haven't gone too far, but you know, for one reason or another, I haven't man. Eddie says I did my first Gaslands build this year for Death Race. That's cool. How do you got to send me an email or something, man. I want to see a picture of that. For Death Race, is that so? I've been out of touch, man. I've been out of touch. I seen that somebody was doing Death Race, what you call it? Somebody was doing a Death Race thing where you send the car in. I can't remember who it was. Joe Zero, right? Um, I think he kind of did what I was doing with the dice roll and all that. I ain't mad at him. I'm glad that somebody picked it up and kept it rolling. Because honestly, pink slips, I kind of feel bad. I kind of left you guys hanging on the pink slips thing, man. I couldn't get back to it. So, um, yeah, Joe Zero was doing the Death Race thing. Is that what it was for, Eddie? I also saw that something about Jim Silva was doing Winter in the Wastelands, something like that. I gotta check that out, because I think my chat froze on my computer over here. Why can I not see? Come on, baby. Get it back. Show chat. Is it back? Maybe because I'm not logged in. Oh, there we go. All right, it froze up or something. Okay, here we go. Oh, you guys have been talking a bit here. What are you gonna be carrying? Dane, everything. um, Honestly, I don't know yet. I've been doing some research. I got a few things probably. I really don't know yet. I've been looking at the 43X or 48. I know Canic is got some nice ones. I saw that PSA had some good stuff going on. I got a lot of research to do, man. I'm not gonna be ignorant or try to act like I know it all. I came from Long Island. You really can't. It's very hard to be able to carry up there. So I didn't grow up with guns like that, and you know, down here, man, you gotta have them. You literally where I live, you have to have them because I got animals out here, man, and I just went and bought a Ruger 1022 just to have short rifle here on the property, because we do have some birds and stuff, and I don't want to have to. I let off the 12 gauge at about 1:30 in the morning when after the raccoon we got these birds, and the raccoon got four of them in like a stretch of 3 nights, and I caught him. I caught him on the camera, so I ran out there, and he took off. I couldn't get to him fast enough, but I let off a 12 gauge slug at 1 o'clock in the morning in the dead silence, just to let him know. And he didn't come back after that for about 3 weeks. And at that point, I had reinforced the cage and stuff, so he couldn't get to nobody. But yeah, something 9 millimeter probably, just to have a punch, but enough to you know small enough to conceal, right? So yeah, I don't know. I gotta do some research. I want to find a shooting gallery down a shooting gallery, a range, an indoor range where I can fire these guns and put them in my hand and see which one fits me and stuff. There's gun shows all the time, so picking them up ain't a problem. But actually letting them off and see what they do, it's something I gotta find, right? So from what my research has shown, just on YouTube videos and stuff like that, the 48 and the 43X are a good fit, probably because of the slimmer grip. I got smaller hands, they're not huge monstrous hands. So dude, my chat keeps freezing up over here, and I don't know why. Just taking care of business, Jesse. I was in Cherokee, North Carolina this past weekend. Cherokee's, I think that's more towards the west, right? I'm in Lexington, and I'll be honest with you guys, man, I love it here. I absolutely love where we ended up buying this property. It is the perfect location. Now that I know what the layout is of the state and stuff, and even the East Coast, we're in the perfect spot. I can go out my driveway and down the road, 7 minutes to get to 285, which goes to 85, and or 15 minutes the other way, and I could be on 40. I'm about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from Winston-Salem, and an hour from Charlotte. So I can be anywhere within a few hours. It's a perfect location. Now that I know a little bit, because living on Long Island, you didn't get nothing. You got two roads that went east west all the way from the city to the end of the island, and then you had a bunch of crossroads that went north south, and you were gonna hit the ocean or the sound, one way or the other, right? So it was very hard to get lost up there, and you didn't really have many roads, and it was hard to get on and off the island because you either got to go over bridges or over the ferry, and that all costs money. So getting off the island and seeing how it's kind of laid out, um, it's cool. It's cool. You drive for longer. Obviously everything's spread out a little bit more, but I don't mind it. I don't mind getting out on the open road and riding. My kids, I feel bad sometimes because they're in the car when we go away. They're in the car for long hours sometimes, but I try not to go too far. That's why, like, the longest trip we've taken was probably, well, we did go to Florida to see my dad 2 years ago. But recently, 4.5 hours, we went up to Dominion Raceway in Virginia, just north of Richmond, and that was about 4.5 hours in the car. Um, Me and my brother and a good buddy of mine came down from Long Island. We ran a race there. I guess you know what, I'll just say it. One of the reasons why I haven't really spoke much about the things that I do is because, and I'm not going to get into any of the details there, but um, I had gotten injured a while back, and there was a case, a workers' comp case, right? So I had to really watch what I was saying out in public and stuff, and um, everything's been cool with my lawyer, and basically everything's clear, and I can speak on it now. So one of the reasons why I haven't said all that stuff is because I didn't want it to come back and haunt me. Not that I was doing anything wrong, but when there's an active case, you got to be kind of careful about what you do and what you say, and all that stuff. So anyway, you guys know I grew up racing cars, and that hasn't changed, right? I got two cars now. One's a family car, one's my car, and we've been doing endurance racing down here just for fun, really. Uh, Nothing serious, and I'm not taking it serious. We go out there and have fun. It's a good way to spend the weekend with the kids and get the camper there, and you know, um, give them get them out of this box that we live in, and go and have a good time and experience things. And I get on track. Amanda's gotten on track with the family car. My dad comes up from Florida and meets us once a year in South Carolina, and we run a race there. Do you video the racing at all? Why is my chat not working? Um, I haven't been videoing the racing because it's one of those things that you're like, oh, I should do that, and then I never do, right? But yeah, I'd like to do that. I do have a couple GoPros, and I got to get my desktop hooked up so that I can dump the footage off of it, right? That's one of the things is it's hard to edit all that footage. So I was just talking to a buddy of mine, coming down here, getting involved in road racing, and finding some friends in the area, right? People that weren't my friends, but they decided that they were going to help out with questions and such stuff like that. And even like one of the guys came up and helped us finish one of the cars the welding and stuff that we had to do. And as far as making sure it was legal and all that, because he built a few cars. So um, you meet people, and through those interactions, it can go either way, right? You guys know what life is. People either like you and you like them, or you never speak again, right? Like, so thankfully, we've had a few interactions that have really changed the direction of where life is down here. And um, I've gotten the call a few times now. So basically, um, we've been down here 2 years now. I've ran one, two, three, four. We've ran four different tracks. Carolina Motorsports Park in South Carolina, Virginia International Raceway, which is like a bucket list for me. We ran the 24-hour champ car race there, which is like 24 hours of racing, which is really cool, 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. Um, and I was able to do that with my brother, and Amanda and the kids were there and stuff. It's just really cool, man. And then from there, being at that track, we found out about the IMSA race the next weekend, and we went back, and we actually went to the IMSA race twice now, 2 years in a row, and we'll be going back there next year because it's about 2 hours from me, and it's just an awesome facility, a beautiful green grass, and they got it's so big. Like VIR, if anybody's on the East Coast and you've never been to a endurance race before, Go to the IMSA race at VIR. You will not regret it. Like it's just an awesome time. Um, and then camping out there is just even a greater experience because you wake up to race cars flying by, like um, it's just cool, man. Subi said he broke his spring. What is that? Canic MC9. Meta hasn't been reliable. Okay, that's what he said. Broke a spring already. See, the Canic was the one that I was like, oh man, that's kind of cool that they sell. Like when you buy a Canic, it comes with everything. You get extra clips and it's geared up already and all that, right? But I guess, I mean, you can just you could just do all that yourself, right? Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with a Glock. It's gonna either be a 43 or a 43X or a 48. Just because of the reliability part, right? Like your carry gun is something that you need to fire. It's going to be going through, it's going to get dirty, and you're going to be carrying it all the time. So it's going to get banged around and all this stuff. Um, I feel like I feel like the Glock is a safe bet. They're not too expensive, and you can also. I've also been thinking about getting a 9mm carbine that takes Glock clips. So I'd end up with two vehicles, same driver, right? And you just get a bunch of clips, and now they work in both. One for home defense and then one for carry. We'll see. I don't know. I got a lot of research to do here, but anyway, back to the story I was telling you guys. VIR was awesome, and if you ever get a chance to go there, definitely take it. We um we ran there, and then I also got a call to go to Sebring in Florida. The guy Elliot that came here and helped us with the cage, he called me up and he was like, "Hey man, I got an extra spot. We're going to Florida. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "I can't, dude. My kids, my wife, like, you know, I can't leave them here, and we can't travel that far." So I'd love to do it. It's a bucket list as well, but I just couldn't, right? So when I told Amanda about it, and she's like, "Well, I really want you to go to that because I know how much you want to do that." Um, and I was like, "I can't leave you here for 2 3 days. How are you gonna take care of these kids, both kids, 2 3 days by yourself? Like that's crazy." Which is another thing, like where I was saying about if there was only one child, right? Um, it changes life, man. So we ended up calling up her son in New York, and he flew down to stay with her to help her out with the kids and stuff for the weekend because she hadn't seen him either. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we see if Jaden will come down here? Boom. He ends up coming down here and stayed like a week. She got to see her son and spend some time with him. I got to go to Florida, run Sebring, which is crazy because it's Sebring International Raceway. I don't know how many race fans are in here, but if you know um, the history behind Sebring and Virginia International Raceway, it's like this has been like kind of like my dream, man. I grew up racing circle tracks up north, right? But you know, I played Forza Motorsports with my brother for, I don't know, forever, right? Since it came out. And he's one of the fastest in the world on that thing, like competitively. And I was I wasn't as fast as him, but I was always there. Like we ran endurance racing on there. So to be able to, we would run 2 3 hour races on there, and some of them were even longer, where you would end up switching out drivers and stuff. So anyway, to be able to actually put those tracks into real life and pull through the gates at these tracks and like not just go sit in a stands or stand on a Overwatch, but to go down in the paddock and like you're gearing up and you're the one that's going out on the track. It's crazy, man. I never thought I would be able to do this stuff, and making the move is what allowed this to happen, you know? So I, I have no regrets whatsoever. You know, I miss my family that I left in New York. And I miss the smell of the ocean. That's it. That's it. Those are the only things that I miss about Long Island, you know. I miss my friends, obviously, the friends that I had there. But, you know, besides that, man, like I don't know, man. Life is good down here. And you know, for anybody that's thinking about making the move, just do it. Like just do it. If you're in a financial situation where you can, um get out because it's crazy. It's crazy expensive up there and it's only getting worse, you know? So, you know, I've been really enjoying this and being able to actually you know, put my dreams into reality is a concept that I still haven't completely wrapped myself around because I didn't tell myself I'm gonna go and do this. Like Amanda's the one. Amanda's the one. We moved down here and you know, we had a huge project, man. This house was in shambles. Like we had to completely rebuild this house. Besides ripping down the walls, um everything else got done. The floor is brand new, the HVAC is brand new, the roof is brand new. The paint, everything's painted. We did custom countertops. My dad from Florida, you know, we rebuilt the deck, both decks actually. I've put a ton of work into the property, but the house needed so much work that you know, it was basically a gut job besides ripping the walls down, you know. And I've told you guys all about this, so I don't need to go back into it, but you know, my focus was like our future, right? Like getting everything situated for my kids and my wife so that we had a house that was safe and this, that, and the other thing. And once we finally settled in, she's like, I want you to race. And I'm like, what? You know, she's like, yeah, we moved to like the racing center of the world. And I'm like, No. No, I'm not. No. You know, I race to win. If I'm gonna go run a circle track race, right, on a Saturday night, I want to go win that race. And coming out here, you know, up north, it's different. Like, there's one track, Riverhead Raceway on Long Island, and everybody's friendly. Everybody's friends. We know, you know, everybody there, right? Coming down here, it's like the Wild West, man. Like there's tracks everywhere, and you don't know who's who and who's coming through that gate, and you don't know who's who on the track. So when I go out there and I'm running hard, I'm gonna make enemies. And now I got two kids, like 3 year olds. So what do I look like rolling around in the dirt when somebody rubbed me the wrong way or wrecked me and shoved it in the fence? And you know, I don't want that, man. I told her that. I said I don't want that anymore. That's not my dream. It's what I grew up with because that's what was there. Like I don't. That's not me. I'm not. I don't need to do that, right? So she's like, all right, well, what can we do to get you back in a car because I want to see you race again. So I told her, I said, if we're gonna do it, there's only one way that I'm doing it, and it's gonna be as a family, and it's gonna be for fun, and we're not gonna take it seriously, and it's gonna be the 24 hours of lemons. So she didn't know what that was, so I started showing it to her how there's like themes and people dress up their cars and like the kids can have fun with it and be part of it and this, that, and the other thing. And Pete's in the house. What's up, brother? Man, Pete, man, I tried to call you, man. I don't know if I have the right phone number or nothing. Um, I had two phone numbers for you. I'll send you a text message, I guess, and see if it's the right one. But we yeah, man. I've been living the so-called dream, he says. Yeah, man, I am. I really am. And you know what? I'm fortunate to be in the situation I'm in. And for my family, and we made the right decisions. We made smart decisions. We saved money. We didn't do stupid things. I didn't live outside of my means. I got to where I am because I was thinking about my kids' future. I was not thinking about myself. You know, I had somebody tell me you're lucky, and I was like, no, I'm not, dude. I busted my ass for this. Like, you know, I don't know, man. Like, I guess there's some luck involved, but you know, if I wasn't a good person, then the opportunities wouldn't have came, and then other things would have happened, right? But I'm a good person, and I didn't burn my bridges, and I stayed true to who I am, and the helpful person that I've always been, and those helpful things that I did in my past, they came back around, you know, they came back around, and I had the opportunity to to make this move. And it was I'm not going to get into details on how we went about all this stuff, but I ended up with a mortgage. We ended up with a mortgage, and we were able to buy this house, and now we're here where we are, right? And I cut my bills down by drastically, holy cow, drastically. And now we're buying a house, and I own my property, and I'm able to go and do the things that I've wanted to do as far as traveling with my family, and having a camper with a golf cart and a race car, and being able to go and meet friends like this. And I'm just loving life, man. Like, and the best part about it is nobody can take that away. Nobody can take that away. Um, we busted our ASS's to get where we are. My kids got 2 acres to grow up on. I got a huge shop. I can build whatever I want, whatever we need. I got all the tools that I've ever needed. Like we can make things happen here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to brag or boast or what any of that, man. But if I can do it, anybody can. Like anybody can, man. Get out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot me an email, and I will give it to you again. I remember I got new phone right after you moved. Sent new number. Pete, I had a lot going on after I moved. I'm sorry, brother. I am sorry, man. But yeah, I'll your email's on your channel, I'm sure, right? I'll find it. I'll find it and I'll shoot you an email. Because you're not too far from me, and we should get together for sure. Um, I actually pass by you, I think, when we go to CMP. Um, and you're probably not too far from there either, right? Indian Trail, I think. Anyway, yeah. So, long story short, I'm not sitting here trying to pat myself on the back or anything like that. But I've been living my dream, man. We're living my dream. So what I was saying was 24 hours lemon. Like, it's awesome, right? And then through that, I met people, and I got invited to Champ Car race, right? So now we're running Champ Car, and now I got invited next year to participate in Lucky Dog, which is another amateur racing, endurance racing, right? So we're meeting people and doing things. And then the race in Dominion was a track run race. So it was hosted by Dominion Raceway, and I was able to go up there and run with my buddy from Long Island. So, like, you know, if it wasn't for getting into this stuff, like, things just wouldn't be happening as they are, right? Anyway, um what I'm getting to is I just got an invite to go and run, and it's not an invite, and I'm paying for the seat, but it's worth it. Another bucket list track that I have to take the opportunity on. We're going to Road Atlanta. I'm gonna go road. I'm going to race Road Atlanta in a few weeks from now, which I'm super stoked about. I can't believe this actually is happening, because Road Atlanta is a legendary track, right? It's on the same plateau as Sebring and VIR, if not even higher. Like, so to be able to check that one off, I'm going to Road Atlanta in December, and we're gonna take that ride. It's about 4.5 hours from me, and I'm starting that race, which is another bucket list, right? Like I haven't started an endurance race yet, so things get a little hairy in the beginning, man. Everybody's got everybody's got their own agenda, and some people don't have as much patience as others. And the one thing about lemons is the there's a lot going on. And I can't think of the right word, verbiage right now, but you got slow cars, you got fast cars, right? You got amateurs, rookies, and you got professionals, right? So the the spread is far and wide, and then you got, it's an endurance race, so the car that you're fighting for position with and is doing great could be the car that's in the way making indecisive movements in 2 hours because it's a different driver, right? So things can get a little bit difficult. And this is why I enjoy the endurance racing, because this is what I was built for. Like, this is what I do. Like, when when I would drive on the game with my brother for all those years, um I was good at making smart decisions and, like, not getting myself in trouble and taking care of my car when I wasn't always the fastest guy on the track. But at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, I was in the fight for a podium, if not a win, because I took care of my stuff. So that all translates into real life now. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to say that I'm a professional gamer or anything like that, but I have thousands of laps on these tracks, and Road Atlanta being probably the one I have the most laps on because it was one of my favorites. So, long story short, I'm going to race one of my favorite racetracks in the world. And it all just happened within the last couple days. Like, the opportunity popped up. Guy posted that he's looking for a couple drivers. He wants to fill his team. He's got 2 cars, so me and my brother are gonna go run it. Um, and actually, he's gonna be running in the other car, but Road Atlanta is a hairy track. Nothing flat except the start grid. Yeah, yep. More like move and get out the way. Yeah, right, right. Yeah, definitely a very um hairy track. And the thing that makes it even more hairy is there's not a lot of runoff there. So if you make a mistake or somebody else makes a mistake and you end up in the hair in the hairy spot, it's a car killing track. Like, you can't make mistakes. So you got to be very cautious of what you do and where you pass and what your decision making is going to be. And I pride myself on that. I think I excel in those situations. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good time. Um, and I get to start my first endurance race, which is cool. Because for somebody to put you in that spot, that means that they have some confidence in your driving ability as well. So, um, yeah, we're going. It's not my car; it's somebody else's car. It's one of those newer Thunderbirds, um, 2000s, I think. And it's not the best car in the world, but it's Road Atlanta. I don't care what I'm driving. Like, I had the opportunity, and I took it. So we're going. That's in a few weeks. But before that, like, we found, like I was just talking about, life is great down here, man. We found a campsite that's like a family campsite, and they do like events for the holidays and stuff. So like, we just went and did the Halloween thing where the kids absolutely loved it. They're trick or treating at the campsite. They got their costumes. They got we did a golf cart parade where you decorate the golf cart. They had a blast doing that. We did dinosaur themes, so, like, the stickers all over my golf cart. I don't even care. That's the way it's gonna stay, right? Dinosaurs all over it. And I love it, man. Until I end up wrapping it and stuff like that. That's the way that golf cart is. It's a dinosaur cart. But Yeah, they did that. They did that. They did a scavenger hunt for the kids, you know. So that was a great weekend. That was the weekend before Halloween. And now in December, first weekend in December, we're gonna go back there. We booked it again to do the Christmas thing, right? So now you decorate your campsite for Christmas, and you put up your lights and your blow ups and your stuff like that, and everybody does it, and it's a great time. And there's gonna be like a drive through, and they're gonna have Santa Claus and the Grinch, and events for the kids to do on Saturday. So it's just cool, man. From there, we met some people, and it's funny how life works, man. You meet the best people when you're not looking, right? Like, we went there for the 4th of July because they have a big fireworks show, and in passing, somebody drove by, a woman drove by with her golf cart, and I looked at Amanda and I was like, we should bring ours next year. And she heard me and she was like, yeah, they're great. And then as they were coming back through, she stopped and she's like, "Where are you guys going?" Because I'm like struggling. I'm pulling the wagon through the rocks, the gravel, and I got the kids in the wagon, so I'm pulling them, and there's thousands of people here, right? And I'm like, she needs a bathroom. So she's like, "You want a ride?" So she ends up giving Amanda a ride to the bathroom. She's gone for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, "Where is she?" So I call her. She's like, "Oh, we're still talking." I'm like, "Oh, okay, good. Get her phone number." you know? So she did. They ended up exchanging phone numbers, and they've been talking back and forth. We ended up getting kittens from her. The kids got their kittens. They got two kittens. I'm not a cat person, but now that we have them, it's like, man, I, I was meant, we were meant to have these cats. Um, and the kids are happy, and we met good people. So like we went to the Halloween thing, and they were camped out there, and we went there and had a good time. And they're gonna be back there for Christmas. And oh, I hit the camera. Boom. They're gonna be back there for Christmas, so I'm sure that's gonna be a great time. They invited us to their church to do a trunk or treat. We brought the kids over there, had a good time there, and just cool, man. He's an engineer. He works for Legacy Motor Club, so he brought one of the cars out and had that on display for the trunk or treat. So we got pictures with the car, and just good people, man. Like, we wouldn't have met them if we didn't go to the 4th of July thing. And, for one reason or another, she decided out of thousands of people to ask us where we were headed. Like, what, where, why? I don't, I was telling Amanda the other day, and I think one of my buddies, one of the things that is weird about moving across the country, it's super weird, that I never thought about, um, is the blank faces, right? Like, and it's just recently hit me within like the last few months that it's something that bothers me a little bit. Um, you don't you don't see the people that you grew up with anymore, right? Like, you don't see the same people that you've been seeing for most of your life when you go to the supermarket. Like, I grew up in a small town. Like, when you go out into public, you see somebody, right? So then you move across the country and you know nobody. So every single time you walk out of your house and you go to the store, you see everyone you don't know, right? So that's been something that I've been trying to come to terms with and like grasp somehow. It's just very weird, and it's I struggle with that for some reason. I don't know, that and the combination of all the people that were my friends that never call me or text me or anything because it's out of sight, out of mind, right? Like, that's something that I kind of struggle with a little bit, because I wish that things were different, but I get that everybody has their own life, you know. um it's just it's just weird, man. It's just weird. People are weird, you know, and now with Facebook and all that stuff, social media makes people different, and that's part of the reason why I don't really post a lot on there, you know. I don't post my whole life on Facebook and show my kids and everything that they do and all that. Like I make a post here and there showing like some of the milestones that they go through as far as like, we went camping at the Halloween thing or whatever, but I could go months without making a Facebook post and nothing phases me, right? There's people out there that can't go five minutes, man, and I'm not judging nobody, but come on. Stop living through the screen, man. Stop living through the screen. You guys know it. I built the JDC family. You guys are all part of it. There's 4,000 people in this channel, and I basically just walked away from all you guys, So I'm guilty too, but life is life, man. Um Pete said something. I was gonna do a page just for you and the family. Keep kids off the other stuff. Yeah, yeah, I know. I don't really, I don't really mix. I don't know. I don't do too much on the Facebook, man. You never know what's going on there, Anyway, life is good, man. What time is it? 12:20. Oh, I gotta be up at 7. All right. So you guys basically got the wrap up here. We moved to North Carolina. We rebuilt the house. I got a tractor. I forgot to tell you that. We got a tractor because I got to maintain this road that we live on. I got firearms. Love it. Going to take my concealed carry in the morning. And then probably gonna get that ASAP. Not probably, definitely. Amanda's going next month to get hers, and then because I'm leaving her home with the kids, and then I'm gonna stay home with the kids and let her go do that. And then we're racing, man. Amanda actually drives the race car once a year. She took it out both times. Now we went down to CMP. And she's done great. She's done great, man. She learned how to drive a stick about 2 days before the race, and she did awesome. She's not fast. She goes out there and runs her line and stays away, stays out of trouble. But she goes and does the thing and runs 4 or 5 laps and comes in. And 4 or 5 laps well, and she's probably running 3-minute laps. So 3, 6, 9, 12, right? She's out there for 15 minutes. That's enough. Comes in. We're all having fun, man. It's a good time. My dad goes out. He's never raced a car in his life, besides his drag racing when he was a kid, when he was younger. But that was like, you take a car off the road and go run it down the drag strip, right? So he's having a good time. And then me and my brother, we grew up racing. So this is cool, man. We're in a position now where we can do it. And we're doing it. We're doing it, damn it. We're doing it. And my kids, man, they can see all the cool themes and stuff when we go to these races, so they have a good time with it. Anyway, I got some cars here I can open up, I guess. And then I'm gonna get off of here because it's 12:30 at night, and I got a course that's 8.5, 9.5 hours tomorrow. So, nothing. Oh, ow, ow, ow! I just ran my foot over. Nothing crazy about anything, but I found this one the other day, 59 Chevy Impala. We're gonna crack this bad boy. I like it. I like it. I like it. I just throw this on the floor. She's a beaut. She is a beaut. I like that back end. Glad to hear everything's good for you. Thank you, sir. Batman. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, life is good, man. Life is pretty okay, '83 Silverado. Nothing new. Nothing new, but something new. Boom. This one's clean. I like that sparkle in the gray, man. That's a nice color. Nice color. Looks like something I could dirty up. That's already dirtied up. Look at the roof. Come on, Hot Wheels. You got to do better than that. This is quality control. Man. That's pretty rough. It does have small wheels, doesn't it, Pete? We'll have to change that. We will have to change that. I'm not worried about the quality control. I'm going to take the sander to it. I have to take the sander to it. Take the ram set to it. I saw this and I was like, oh, I got to have that. That's screaming Gaslands right there, right? The Ravager ST. Boom. The girls love cars, man. I got to hide mine because they'll take them. Oh, man. I didn't even tell you guys. So me and my dad, we re-sided the front of the house. I found a guy that was selling cedar siding that was reclaimed cedar siding. It was 60 years old. It was the original siding that they put on this house, and when he bought it, it had vinyl siding over it. So he took the vinyl siding down and found this cedar and was like, I want vinyl siding. He took it all down. So I bought it for $100, a whole trailer load of cedar siding. It was actually $150 because I felt bad. I gave him an extra $50. So we had enough cedar to do the front of the house. And when we did it, I didn't realize that my customs were on the wall on the shelf and the sign wasn't mounted to the wall. There's a sign behind the customs, and we're out there hammering on the house, you know, with the nail gun and then setting the nails with the ram set and all that. And all the Gaslands customs hit the floor. Yeah, you mean customs were on the floor. They all hit the floor, and I'm upset about it because I got a lot of work to fix this stuff, but not everything's destroyed. But you know, some of it's hurt. Like this car here, I actually lost the wheels to it too. I still don't know where they are. This is the one I did for Jim Silva's thing. The front end is gone. I don't even know. I'm sure eventually I might find it, but you know, it's one of those things, man. You know, and then at that point, it's like hammer on, right? For the most part, the rest of them are like one thing broke off, or you know, some of the delicate stuff needs to get glued back together. But it is what it is. I still have everything, but you know, what are you gonna do? So is life. So is life. I got the Hoto Roto. The Hoto Roto. And I don't know, I saw this thing, I was like, oh, this is cool. And slap some guns on there, give it some weathering. Should be good to go. So one of the things I've been thinking about though is like, I know that I haven't had time to build like that, but I am I'm gonna stay consistent with what I have been doing. And every year I do the Secret Santa build for the Gaslands UK page. And they do that. They do that every year. I think this is going to be the last year that they do it. So I'm thinking I might pick up the reins there and host a Secret Santa Gaslands build for the community, for the JDC family, for whoever is a builder that wants to do that. You guys let me know if if we can, maybe I'll put a poll up on my channel and see how many people would be interested in doing that. Because if we can get enough people to do it, then maybe we'll do a Secret Santa build this year, or maybe it's a little late for that because I got a lot going on with the racing and stuff. But maybe we'll do a Christmas in July. And then we can do the Secret Santa build in December next year. You guys let me know. Maybe I'll put up a poll and I'll see how it goes. If not, then that's fine too. But I have time to do 1 or 2 builds in a year. In a year. Excuse me, guys. I need a cough drop. I got enough time to do one or 2 builds here and there. I think I built a few cars this year. The Porsche that I gave away for Andrew's thing, and I did the what you call it. I got 2 of these Vipers. The 96 Viper GTS is an iconic car. And always stuck out to me. I always loved the Vipers. If I ever had a chance to get my hands on one, after my kids are grown and I can not feel bad about spending money, they'll be out of reach by then though. Any of them that survived, right? They'll be $1 million. So GTS, figured I'd get a couple of them and maybe make a team or something. I don't know. I'd really like to play some Gaslands. And this is the other one, the Rally El Segundo Rally. Got a couple of these too, because I figured I have a couple of the El Segundo coupes, and if I can get the Rally, and then I think there's a coupe clip, right? That's an El Segundo too. And if there's another El Segundo that I don't know about, I can make a team out of these. So I got a couple of these. I got a couple of these. I got a couple of those. One can be I could put some bigger tires on it in a lift kit and make it a truck. The other one can be a regular Baja looking thing. Switch the tires on it. And then the Segundo Coupe would be the sports car of the team, right? So you truck and everything. We shall see. We got the Gone Mad. I grabbed 2 of these too. Why not? I got twins, man. So got to get to bed. Everybody be well. Jay, great to hear the family is doing well. The family's doing well. Stay up. Enjoy your life, brother. Yeah, man. Eddie. You too, man. Send me an email or something, dude. I gotta get in contact with you. There's certain people, like I never forget the JDC family, but there's certain people that that stick out, that are always there, right? And you, Eddie, Dr. Eddie G, you're there, man. Send me an email, send me your phone number or something, and we'll get in touch for sure, man. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for popping in. This is a cool car. This was a cool car here. The Gone Mad. It looks like a mashup of the 8 crate, maybe the top, and something else. I don't know, but they did a good job with like the splitter and the diffuser and stuff. That's why I liked it. So I was like, oh, that's cool. We can do something with that. I got 2 of them. Crack them open, baby. So I got to get 2 of most of these cars, because if my kids do find them, then they fight over them. So here you go. There's 2 of them. Boom. I found these the other day. This one's the Mazda Miata MX-5. It was the Legends Tour winner. It's got some flavor to it, right? It's got some flavor. Ooh. Boom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom. I thought it was cool. Lots of details. Definitely a custom car. So I feel like that would fit into the cyberpunk style, right? And then this is almost my first vehicle, man. The 4x4 Blazer, Chevy Blazer. I missed out on it by $500 at the auction, and it was going twice. And the guy bid me out. I already had it. You know, it was mine. Come on, stop going out of focus. And that thing was clean, dude. 43,000 miles on it. It was a 4.3, 4x4, clean interior, no rust or rot or none of that. Man, but then I seen this on the shelf and I was like, man, they brought this back. The huge wheels on there. This thing's perfect. Come on. So I got stuff to build. I don't know. Most of these my kids will end up playing with. I'll never end up building them. I found this. The box is all crushed up, but I found it and I bought it anyway because I was like, oh, that's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool, man. It's cool, man. Oh, the back wheels are bent. I don't even care because they're coming off probably. Throw some monster truck wheels on this bad boy. I gotta find that Impala and Silverado. Those back here. Those ones there. Oh, look at the back wheel. That thing is bent. Demolition Derby bent. Pete said, "Yep." I mean, if you need them and they mean more to you than they do to me, I'll send them to you, buddy. I don't hunt anymore. That would look good with mutters, yeah, for sure. I don't hunt no more. I see cars like my kids always want. You know, every time we go in the store, they want a car. So I bring them over there. If I see something cool I like, I buy it. That's what this is. But I don't need any of them. You know. He said if you can't find it, what did you say? No, I will find them. But thank you. All right. Well, if you don't find them, let me know and I'll send them to you because they don't mean anything to me anymore. You know, they're gonna end up. If I don't build something with them, my kids are gonna end up with them and they're gonna get scratched up anyway. I saw this and I was like, man, I gotta buy that. I don't know what they did. These rims are tight. Like they look like super rim, the supers. You get the Dollar General 83. These rims look like they I thought it was a super treasure hunt when I found it, right? But they're not. It's not. It's new for 25. It's a BMW 635 CSI. And apparently it's a race car. Just cool, man. I love when they make race cars with the wings and the fender flares and all that, right? But I thought these were rubber wheels at first. And when I looked a little closer, I was like, they just put a new rim out, I guess, because I'd never seen these before. I've been out of the loop. Out of the loop. Nice looking Beamer. So, little Euro. And that's it, man. You know, a couple cars, couple this, couple that. I've almost bought that BMW several times. It is very cool. Yeah, I thought so too. You know, the other one I almost bought was there's a gold, what is it? Is it Bentley? There's a gold Bentley race car. I think it's a Bentley. It's like the IMSA Bentley or the GT3 Bentley. It's gold. So I was like, oh, that's cool, man. And then I always reel myself in because I'm like, you're not a Bentley guy. What are you going to do with that? The kids are going to end up rolling it across the house, you know? Anyway. Yeah, nice little haul, Dane says. Yeah, thanks, man. This is over the course of months, probably. Months. So, you know, I don't get to hunt no more. And I shouldn't say that. I can do whatever I want. Amanda lets me do whatever I want, and that's why we're such a good match because she lets me do whatever I want, but I don't. Like, you know, I always try to do the right thing for the family, right? So it would be selfish of me to go in and try to hunt every time we go in the store, right? Like I don't need to do that. I want my kids to go in there and find a cool car that they like, and then they go home and play with it, and we play with them, you know, play with all the stuff together, or they go and get their Paw Patrol stuff or whatever else, you know, whatever else they're into at the time, right? They right now they're into the animals, right? Like they got all the animals, the little $1.50 or whatever. They got the dinosaurs. They want all the dinosaurs. Rosalie's so smart. She's got the Ankylosaurus and she's got the Patelosaur, the whatever one headbutts a lot. It's got a hard head. I forget what it's called. I think it starts with a P. She's smarter than I am, man. She knows what it's called and I don't. Oh man, it's a headbutting dinosaur. But they got, you know, they like all that stuff, man. And I try not to leave the TV on too much, but they learn a lot from the shows. Like you know, I put on the Baby Shark thing. I was never a fan of Baby Shark because of the song, but now that I understand what it is, there's a lot of knowledge in there. Like they're teaching the kids about a lot of stuff, the dinosaurs and animals and this, that, and the other thing, and you know, I don't leave it on all day, but they definitely pick up some stuff from that stuff. So you know, they like what they like. Jeremy's Garage, what's up, man? What is happening? I gotta be honest, man. I don't remember. It's been so long, dude, and I apologize. I don't remember everybody. Like, obviously, the people that have been here from the beginning. Um, you know, I don't forget, but unless somebody changed their name, maybe. I saw somebody change their name the other day when I was clicking on something. I clicked on something and somebody changed their name. Who was it? It wasn't Jesse. Anyway, I don't know. Thanks for showing up, Jeremy. I'm actually gonna be getting off of here because I gotta be up in 6 hours to go take my concealed course, which is way longer than 6 hours. But I'm glad you guys all showed up, man. There's 10 people in here after midnight on a Saturday. I wasn't expecting that at all. I figured maybe one or two people would show up. There have been several change them. Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys showed up because I wasn't sure if I should even go live, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. You guys, you guys have been around. Anybody that's still here, has been around, and you've been waiting for me to go live, so I did. Right. I never took the course. No one needs to know I have them, including the government. Yeah, right on, man. I just, I'm not worried about people knowing I have them, but I don't want to put myself in a position, right? I don't want to put myself in a bad position, um, because I want to be carrying, right? And this is just my thoughts. My family needs me to be carrying. Amanda needs to be carrying too, especially now with all this BS that's going on out there. Um, so I'm checking my boxes, right? Because I'll be damned, I'm not going to be the guy that, oh, it's legal to open carry here, so I'm going to go out there and put a hammer on my hip and become the target in the room. Like that's just dumb to me, right? You're the first one that's going to be targeted when things go bad. So I need to carry, I need to conceal it. I'm going to do it the right way. My kids, you know, you say no more, right, Pete? You know, you already know. um so that's tomorrow and I gotta go to sleep. So it's been great catching up with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the story, the last year or two of what I've been doing that I really haven't been able to talk about. that I can now. So maybe I'll make a video or go live or something and show you guys the cars and, you know, some of that stuff. I even thought about possibly going live and in the car if I can somehow mount my phone. Um, if I can mount my phone in the car where it's not going to be bouncing all over the place, maybe I'll do that. There's a way to go live on a GoPro, but you need a hotspot and this, that, and the other thing, and that's getting into a whole nother thing that I'm not really trying to do right now. So you know, whatever, we'll figure it out. But I'll show you guys the cars and stuff. They're really nothing to look at, but it's fun. We're having fun. It's a good time. I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta go to sleep, and I'm starting to ramble. So it's been real, guys. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for showing up. I'll try to go live a little bit more often, and possibly make some videos. I want to, you know, clear up some of these cars that I had started working on, and I got a Gaslands Secret Santa build coming up that I'm gonna have to start. So, maybe I'll try to record some of that, or maybe I'll come on and build it on live. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. So, you know, get the channel a little more active and get you guys back in the loop a little bit. If it's not fun, then why do it? Yeah, exactly, man. It's not even that though. It's more or less the time that it takes to even just press record, right? It takes me a good 20-30 minutes to set up and make sure that I got chargers plugged in and, you know, computer and this, that, and the other thing, and it's a lot easier to just get to work, right? So I will try to make an effort to get that going though. So I'm gonna get off of here. It's been real, guys. I appreciate you guys. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.